They will forever live in infamy. Today is the only day I have witnessed a man being convicted for mere buffering, for what he said from his mouth, not what he did with his own hands. The verdict is not consistent with the evidence laid before the court. The sentence is overbroad, cruel, and unusual. How can you convict a man for making mere broadcasts from a location that was never named, and he never tied that broadcast to any single incident of violence, or even someone slapping someone, not to talk of terrorism? He did all this. He didn't lay any evidence. I don't know where this whole verdict can be grounded in law, logic, or facts. We disagree with the judgment vehemently, and we are going to fight it from here onwards until justice is done. Politics is based on some tribal, primordial sentiments. Just because Nnandi is Igbo, an Igbo man has become the person in Nigeria that should be trampled upon. I'm not saying this because I'm Igbo. I'll say it for the Hausa or Yoruba who gets trampled upon. But today we saw an Igbo man being trampled upon, and by God Almighty, we are not going to allow it. Nobody is going to trample on me. Nobody is going to trample on Nnandi Kanu. Nnandi Kanu is not a terrorist. He's a man that was pursuing change. To pursue a separate nation of yours is not a crime. So in Nigeria today, if somebody says don't be silly, you get convicted. Nnandi Kanu may broadcast, and so what? And you convict him for terrorism for mere words in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What kind of precedent is being laid? So from here, we are heading to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal is the only court in this country, or the next court in this country, that sits as a jury. We are going to approach justice there to check out what happened in court today. And we are pretty sure the justices will agree with us that today was the symbol of the travesty of justice that everybody has been suspecting all along. If the Court of Appeal disagrees with us, we head to the Supreme Court. But by God Almighty, Nnandi Kanu is not going to stand convicted. He's going to get overturned. Thank you.
First of all, I want to talk to the Igbos that nobody should take laws into your hands. I'm assuring you, this judgment is predicated on anger. Thank God that the judgment was streamed live and everybody watched it. You will see the anger in delivering the judgment. And it's not predicated on law. Now, I also want to let you know that this charge, that the investigation that gave rise to this charge was not investigated, because Nnandi Kanu's purported statement was rejected by this court, and they did not tender any document as the investigation report. That is to say, the investigation was not, the offense was not investigated. Having said that, also something that happened in court today, Nnandi Kanu filed a matter in Court of Appeal. And he's asking, my Lord, that particular matter I filed in Court of Appeal anchored on this particular issue. Please, can you just suspend this judgment? Let Court of Appeal direct what to do. My Lord refused. Now, on the issue of anger, you journalists will bear with Nnandi Kanu that government, Nigerian government, and the judiciary are not fair to Nnandi Kanu. What do I mean? Nnandi Kanu was given judgment by Court of Appeal. Federal government refused to comply with that judgment given by Court of Appeal until after 8 days before the appeal against it. When we get to the Supreme Court directed prosecution what to do. Amend this particular charge. Nnandi Kanu was saying that, please, can you amend this charge? They refused. With the combined effect of all this, I'm assuring you that this judgment will not stand. And the Court of Appeal will do justice to it. Now, I also want to plead with the judiciary. Nnandi Kanu is representing himself because the court has given the prosecution a blanket order to detain Mazi Nnandi Kanu wherever they want. They should detain Mazi Nnandi Kanu where we have access to file his appeal, because he has 90 days to file his appeal. And the judge said that the judgment should be ready in the next 15 minutes. And also enjoy the media. We have the record of proceedings from the day till today. I want you to check the record of proceedings and evidence standard, reconcile it with the judgment. Now you now see what we are talking about. You are bringing British into this matter, bringing America into this matter. You are now trying to so that the British and America will be against Mazi Nnandi Kanu. Something that was not an issue, that was never tendered, that was never given evidence on, and they are raising the issue. So this is a judgment against the Igbos. This is a judgment against the good people of Southeast, and it's because of Mazi Nnandi Kanu is an evil. You cannot give this kind of judgment to a northern. You cannot give it to a southwestern. You cannot give it to another tribe in Nigeria apart from the Igbos. And we are going to start against it, because it has happened in this country against some other persons, including Abiola. The Igbos join hands together to fight against it. Why should you be our own time and everybody's sitting at it?